Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I am the Inked Up Artist and I am here with my lovely wife, Debbie.
Hello.
Anyways, today's going to be a short video. We're going to show you how to mix your own paint using Floetrol, which is this right here. This is the American version. This is called Flood Floetrol. You can get this at online at Amazon and at any of your local hardware stores like Home Depot, Lowe's. It works really well for a pouring medium, and you could use it while mixing it with various acrylic paints. Today we are going to mix it with a craft paint that we got from Michael's? Michael's. That we got from Michael's. This paint is called
Anita's all-purpose acrylic craft paint.
There you go. Yeah. We've never had any experience with this paint yet. We just bought it. It was on sale, so we were like, why not? Anyway, so we've already mixed about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've already mixed 6 bottles of it, and so we're just going to show you real quick how to do it. So first thing, you need Floetrol. All right. Second thing, you're going to need what my wife is holding in her hand. It is to use to strain the Floetrol when you pour it in. All this is like a tea bag strainer type deal thing. Get yourself a cup, and what I do is I mark it on the cup. I don't know if you can see it, but I mark it on the cup with a Sharpie of where to stop.
Today, when we marked it, we actually used a cup that has numbers on it, and we filled it up to the 5, the very top 5, with the Floetrol before we put it in our cups. But I went around and marked them. You can't see the mark, but we can. And that might be a good thing when you're measuring.
Alrighty, so if you have another person helping you, the more the better, because the other person can actually hold the strainer, and also can tell you when to stop pouring, because this bottle is pretty big. Sometimes it gets in the way. The reason why you want to use the strainer is the Floetrol, this American Floetrol, it has clumps in it. I'm not really sure what the clumps are, but you can see the clumps in the existing there. So the strainer just helps prevent you from getting that, because you don't want all that clumps in your paint. All right, so we're gonna pour.
Let it flow through. Okay, go ahead and give it another pour. Let that pour through. And as you're pouring through it, it almost looks like it's thick milk. And probably another good pour. Yeah, there you go. Oh, definitely. That's another good one. It's going to be a little bit more. Oh, you actually get more in there.
This is a messy process also, by the way. So if you're not one of getting dirty, make sure you wear some gloves.
Gloves, clothes that you don't care about.
Yeah. All right, so now that we have our cup filled up halfway, I don't know if you can see how half it is, but it is half.
This is what we were talking about. It's all the little clumps that you don't want in with the paints that you're mixing. And then if you could kind of see it on the side, there is a mark right there. And that's what we're going by.
So, yeah, the Floetrol is halfway in the cup. So our next process is with our craft paint. We're going to go ahead and open up our craft paint. So I have purple, and my wife has some type of green. It's kind of like a aqua green. And let me see. Can you see me? Yep, you can see me. You can see her. So you're just gonna go ahead and pour a little bit in. We For this one, you kind of eyeball it. It's more of like when you pour it in, you kind of like count to four.
And unfortunately, this paint
One.
that we're finding out right now, this Anita's all-purpose acrylic craft paint, is thick. So you can adjust it on how you like to have your paints pour, how you like to have them look. And then we're just using chopsticks because we don't have long enough little sticks like that that'll fit these cups.
Yeah, we forgot to pick
They're
some
like-
long ones up.
So
But we're still going to be using these popsicle sticks for our test. So once you have your paint poured in, and like I said, we didn't measure it, but when we pour it in, you basically count, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, all the way up to 4 Mississippi, and then stop pouring. Unless the paint that you're using is runny. If it's runny, don't go up to 4, go up to 2 Mississippi. Anyway, so go ahead, start stirring. And when you start stirring, you want to get everything, go side to side, go one direction, go the opposite direction, go in the middle from front and back. You also want to make sure you get the sides of the cup all over. I think it's funny. I keep saying, yeah, make sure you get the sides, make sure you get the sides, and yet my wife's always correcting me because I'm always missing it on mine.
to me, it's like beating eggs, okay? But I always go back and forth, front to back, and I turn the cup as I go along too. And then I later on just kind of stir it. But it's like you're beating eggs, I guess is how you can describe it. Depends on how you beat your eggs too. Oh, this is a beautiful color. Okay. So now that you've got the Floetrol all mixed up, I'm kind of helping my husband with the description on this. Well, let's get the lid off of this. There we go. I count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I give it a good squeeze. And I average on this cup, or on this little squeeze bottle, there is some measurements on here. It's a 8-ounce bottle. You can get it anywhere. I don't know if you can see it. And I filled it all the way up to the top. And right now, with all the colors we've only used 5 ounces of this. And then you just give it another stir. And depending on how tall your cup is, kind of stir it gently when you add the water because you don't want to splash it all over the place. And then just, once it's getting really stirred up, then you can like go to town. Whip it up. Oh, I like your color.
Yeah.
I think mine is like, yes, that's my consistency.
Okay, so for me, I'm going to go ahead and add some water to mine. And, like my wife was saying, the reason why we're adding water is sometimes the paint is, it's just not the right consistency. So you're going to add some water to it. Again, you're not measuring it. Everyone has their own way. My wife, she counts up to 10. Me, I usually do it until my wife says stop.
Okay.
All right. So after you add the water, just go ahead, continue stirring, and yeah, it's a time-consuming process, but especially if you're gonna be mixing a lot of colors in one sitting, then yeah, it's a very time-consuming process. If you're only going to be mixing, one bottle, maybe two bottles, it's not going to take you that long. You'll be done in and out of your work area within 10-15 minutes.
We're going to be pouring them into these bottles here that have a nice little pop lid on them. And then the nice thing about this is, I don't know where we got these from, but they've got the little attached little top to them.
But you can get those bottles at pretty much any craft store. You can get those bottles at dollar stores. You can get those bottles. Walmart, definitely, you can get those bottles. So some places they sell them in a 2-pack. Some places they sell them in a 3-pack, and at the dollar store most of the time they sell them just by themselves. I've had a lot of people tell me that the dollar store bottles are not good, that they leak, but I do not know. I haven't used any of the dollar store bottles. All of our stuff is either bought at a craft store like Michael's, Joann's, Hobby Lobby, or Walmart. Yeah. Anyways, so back to the stirring. After you get done stirring, or after you think you're done, now normally you'd get your stick and you'd do a test. Since these are chopsticks, you can't really do a test, so that's where these little baby popsicle sticks come in hand. So just leave your popsicle or leave the chopstick in and give it a little stir with your baby popsicle stick. And then you're going to go ahead and lift up. And when you lift up, my wife is going to demonstrate. When you lift up, the paint should stay on.
Oh, it's counting down. Well, let's see if we can finish doing this. All right, maybe take 2. Your paint should just roll right off. Should just like bead off. I don't know if you can see that very well because of the angle, but it should just bead right off. Kind of like it just pours right off. Okay? I don't know if you can see that. Kind of. And that's the consistency that you want. So we're just going to scrape off. We're going to open our containers. Mine. And if you want to, you can use a funnel if you want to. If not, you can pour it in. I'm pretty good about pouring. My husband, he needs a funnel, but we're just going to do it this way. And then you're just going to pour it. I don't know. Put you back in frame. There we go. And you're just going to pour it in there into your containers. And these squeeze bottles with the pop lids on them are approximately about, what would you say, 12 ounces, 16 ounces?
These are, I think, 16.
16 ounces. But we're not quite sure because we didn't really read the label. But this is our first time doing this. We're just giving it a try. And then tomorrow we are actually going to sit down and we are going to do some more painting, because on the videos that we have researched, they said you pre-mix all this stuff together and let it set excuse me, sorry about that, my phone went off. You let it set overnight, and then the following day you use your paints. And we're going to see how that turns out. It's kind of our little test, because we're experimenting.
Which is also why our bottles is only half full. We don't want to use a whole lot and find out we did something wrong. So.
And the good thing about it, because we didn't fill up all the bottles all the way, if we want to add more paint because we think it's too thin, we can do that. More water, more Floetrol, give it a shake like we've seen on some of the videos. I'm not too sure about that because that makes me think you might have bubbles when you do go to do your paint. But these are just a test, so hopefully this all works out how we'd like. And if it does, then we're going to keep doing this. We're going to mix up a bunch of different paints, and we are going to start using them for our paintings, whether it's chain pulls, what do you call it, tree circles, tree rings,
Dutch pour
on all of the stuff that we want to do with our paints.
You could do, a kissing pour. I mean, there's so many. A dirty pour overlay. I mean, pretty much, yeah. If you could think of something, I'm sure someone has done it. Anyways, once again, my name is the Inked Up Artist, along with my wife Debbie.
Hello.
And thank you for watching. If you are new to this channel and watching it for the first time, if you liked the video, please hit like, and please hit subscribe. We are very amateurs on YouTube. We're just doing this to, we enjoy painting. We enjoy doing this as a couple. And if we can help anyone else, that's maybe getting into it or that has questions, we're here to help with the knowledge that we know. I mean, we don't know a lot, but the stuff that we do know, we're more than willing to help and spread the knowledge. So, please hit like, please subscribe. If you have any comments or questions, please feel free to leave me a comment. I will reply. Stay tuned for more videos.
And thank you for watching this video. We would love the feedback.
Thank you. Bye-bye.